And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot and Astrology. I have something super, super exciting to share with you guys today. First of all, let me do a quick check here because we are live. And yeah. Awesome. Okay. Audio is working and we are good to go. First of all, I want to say one of my beautiful subscribers sent this to me. I want to say thank you so much to Jupiter, who wrote this beautiful note to me. May God and the universe bless you always. Thank you so much for always being a supporter of me and this channel, and you have sent me multiple decks at this point. So I just want to thank you so much for supporting what I do over here. It means so much to me. This deck, I wanted this more than anything else on my list. So thank you for sending this to me. I want to share with you guys how cool this is. I did take all the plastic off. And this is just, I love it. I love it so much. So this is a Sacred Hags Oracle, visionary guidance for dreamers, witches, and wild hearts. And this is the creator and illustrator information. It is a 56 card deck. I don't have anything else like this in my Jupiter. You're here. Oh, good morning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for sending this to me. Let's dive in. Let's dive into it. Look how gorgeous this is. Look how absolutely beautiful. Why does the witch cackle? I mean, I cackle. I cackle. It's packaged very beautifully. I love this. I love the setup. I like that. It's like a fold over, and then we have the guidebook here. And let me show you something else. This guidebook, full color. Images aren't like massive, but it's very, very high quality. Jupiter, thank you so much for sending this. All right, let's dive into it. And Jupiter, while you're here, I'm going to do a reading for you for sending this my way. So let's start from the beginning. Where is the okay, cool beans. So first of all, look at this gorgeous line work in these cards. And here are the backs. Really, really pretty. It goes nicely with my cloth here. So yeah, we're just going to start from the beginning. We have the Hag of the North Mountain. Look at this one. She is cute. Hag of the Oak Grove. I don't have a lot of like goddess decks specifically. I do have Elki Oracle, which I love, but it's totally different vibe than this. I am all about the hag energy. I feel I was born a hag. Hag of the Holy Stones. Hag of the Gray Owls. I'm gonna have to share with you guys right before I went on my trip, during my hiatus, I had an encounter. I did post it on Instagram, but I had a encounter with an owl, and it was a really beautiful experience. So I'm gonna post about it on the community page so I can share that photo with you guys. I don't think I did that yet. Hag of the Hawthorns. This is so cool. This is so cool. Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. And so this is the image. I'm super into serpent energy right now. I have a lab serpent. I want to almost put him back on the table, but this is the cover art here. This is absolutely gorgeous. And then we have Hag of the South Desert. Amen to that. I love me some desert energy. Speaking of which, I just got a desert. I'll probably do that next. I have a desert tarot deck that just came my way. Yeah. We have Hag of Storms. Oh, here's me. Hag of Cats. We have Hag of the West Sea, Biu Tamas. Ooh, Hag of the Salt Altar. The cardstock is glossy. It's definitely, this is going to be super easy to shuffle, and the size is very manageable. It's not like a massive Oracle deck. I think it's perfect size. Hag of Wildfire, beautiful. Queen of Wands energy over there. Hag of, what is this word? There's like shells all in her hair. That's gorgeous. Season of the Salted Bones. This is just so cool. And thanks for your patience. I wasn't on yesterday. I'll talk about that later. Season of the Wild Wolf. Aww. Yeah, the line work, the artwork on this is super cool. I love the colors. I don't have any decks that have artwork like this, and the theme of it, everything, this is going to be really, really fun. I need to switch out my Oracle cart that you guys have seen in my video, in my studio videos. I gotta move my Oracle decks around. Yeah. So that I can change out what I'm working with over here for the seasons. And Seasons of Mud Cracked Hands. Seasons of Wild Delight. My favorite season is spring and summer. So I'm very excited. Oh, Season of the Holy Thunder. Looks like a falcon, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do a reading for you, Jupiter, at the end of this. And I'm going to read from the book, and so we can get a flavor for what that looks like. Seasons of Spice and Hearth. Yay! Hey, Star. Hey, July. July says, thank you for the new deck, Jupiter. Yeah, because you are, this is for you guys also, you know what I mean? So that I can give you guys more juicy readings over here. Oh, I love this. The Unburnable Beloved. I need to read this book. The Raven's Ritual. I love that. I saw, so I wasn't on yesterday because I was doing some deep hypnosis work yesterday, and my brain was done. By the time I got back home, I shared with my friends, and then I was like, I was done for. I did the Dolores Cannon method, quantum hypnosis, past life regression work, and it was absolutely incredible. But my energy is still a little bit low today, so I think I'm just gonna do some unboxings and stuff. Yes, July. So that was, and the fact that like I met someone, and I have a friend who like does this work. Like, I'm so privileged and so blessed that I got to participate in that, and it was incredible. It was really incredible. We have Blackthorn Altar, Flame Tenders Temple. That's beautiful. Ooh, I like this. This was also the grandmother's prayers. This is also the image on the inside of the packaging, and I was really drawn to that. So I'm interested to what. Yeah, I'm really gonna dig deep and because this isn't just your average, like, oh yeah, like this is a deck to learn with and study with, and I definitely will read from the guidebook because it is so worthy of that. The Child's Prophecy, Soul Cages, interesting. This is such a cool one. Thank you so much. The Bard's Collection. Is this referring to Bard Owl? Because that's what I actually saw. I'll post about it later today, if I remember, or soon I will do that. Full Moon Walk. It's okay. Jupiter, you can always just watch the playback. No worries. The Wild Hunt. I was just going to leave this up for you anyway. So if you get interrupted, don't worry about it. We have Nectar of the Forbidden Fruit. And thanks for you guys for watching my videos. Like, I do a live stream, like one and done, posted. I'm not doing any like beautifully edited videos. So I appreciate you guys just like rolling with me and hanging out. And I like talking to you guys too, like while we're doing, oh my gosh, Tears of an Earth Bride. Yikes. Yikes. Jupiter or Juniper Smoke. Sorry. Dance of the Rebel Heathens. Fairy Pool Baptism. This deck. There's really nothing else like this that I have seen, and I'm very into this. Cracking the Cosmic Egg. Songs of the Seal Women. Medicine of the Mist Dwellers. Pagan Poetry. Isn't that a Bjork song? I have the same birthday as Bjork, different year, but doesn't that make sense? Every time I tell someone that, they're like, wow, yeah, that makes sense. Freaking weirdo. The Fern Forest. I like Bjork too. Secrets of the Sea. There's so many different themes that are just like worthy of like being in a deck. This is a really cool deck. Blood of the Warrioress. I want to know what's going to come up for you, Jupiter. We have House of the Yaga. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to light a little. For you, I have 3 decks I still have to do a first impressions of. I have 1 more on the way. Actually, that's a lie. I have 2 more on the way. My exciting French deck will be here later this week. I got a couple little tarots, a couple oracles. I'm ready. All right. Yes. So we are going to give some messages for Jupiter. For Jupiter is the greatest good. Spirit, what do we have for Jupiter? And I'm going to read from the guidebook because, I mean, this is first impressions after all, but let's see what else we get. Cardstock is very, standard Oracle. It's not too thick. I actually like a shiny cardstock because it's easier to shuffle, in my opinion. It's not too slippery. I think it's think it's just fine. And it's not too huge either. I can go pull a tarot card so you can see. This is Mystic Mondays. This is standard tarot size. So yeah, this is a very reasonably sized. And the rounded corners make it super cute. Yeah. I'm also working on a deck mod right now that I might make a tiny little video for. But it's for my Druid craft. Everyone and their mother has modified that deck. So it's like, do we really need another video on YouTube about it? But it's kind of a fun little meditative craft project I have going on. So, and I'm edging it in potentially multiple colors. So I don't know, maybe I'll let you guys vote on how I edge my my Druid craft. We'll see how far I get. All right. Spirit, what do we have for Jupiter? What do we have for Jupiter? Here, here, here. Ooh, okay. We have House of Yaga, I think is what this is. Juniper, smoke, and medicine of the mist dwellers. Let's read these for you. All right, so here's our guidebook. Let's jump in this a little bit more just for funsies. I love that there's a good table of contents here. To befriend an oracle. This is really cool. I don't always read my guidebooks, especially tarot, because it's like, it is what it is. But I do want to make an effort to read more of my guidebooks, but specifically for oracles, it's a different ballgame. So I'm definitely going to dive into this. So 56, we have, I might be saying this wrong, so, whatever. They weren't teaching about this where I went to school. All right. The return. Ooh, I like that there's an additional keyword here. So there's a return. The grandmother speaks. Is she you, the bone collector? I see a bit of her in your eyes. If I'm being honest, are we not all on a return journey to the house of the hag? We all find ourselves suddenly ridden with wild and otherworldly nostalgia, suddenly struck by homesickness for the house of the Yaga, that old Slavic forest witch. In those moments, we have no choice but return to the sacred solitude, to our home brews, to our most soulful witchcraft that no one else will understand. They don't need to, after all. Ooh, I love this. So I did read Juniper as Jupiter when I was, yeah, for sure. I had to correct myself there. But what I'm already getting here for you, Jupiter, is like, I don't know whether it's like craft work that you're doing or like your spiritual journey there, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to collaborate your craft with anybody. So that's something for starters. That's not something that you also don't need to explain how you feel, how you act, what you're doing. But I do think it is important for you to come back to a ritual that makes sense for you. Star says they were not teaching about this in Alabama. I love you. All right. Morning ritual hag practice. Take stock on this new day of the recent moments when you were sure magic existed in this world. Write down as many as you can. Log the synchronicities. Track everything from the spells that come true to the seemingly mundane coincidences. This is an essential practice. Witches want proof. And our world grants us that proof time and time again. We need to acknowledge it. Such practice is a hag practice. It requires that we see what others refuse to. Make a commitment to noticing magic today, to being spontaneous, seeing the spontaneous moments when the mystery winks at you, when the cosmic infinite gives you a nod. So I also think that another thing I'm picking up for you too, Jupiter, is like, you may have conversations with people, or the spirit does this to me sometimes, where I'll hear a word over and over and over and over again, and it's a word that I'm not used to hearing all the time, and then I have to like focus on that word and understand what it is. Or there's ideas that you're getting, or even in like the mundane conversation with the people at work or in your social circle or your family, start to pay attention to the patterns of things that people are talking about, because I think there's a deeper message in the mundane for you from spirit to focus on. And if you are making a connection in some kind of synchronicity, like you're not crazy, lean into it. The moonlit ritual, pagan prayers for the prodigal witch. Speak these words tonight at your bedside, witch, and imagine countless other wildings speaking them to you. I dated a guy, I think it was last year or the year before, and as a joke, he would be like, witch, like joking around, and it really did crack me up. So here, I'm going to hold this up for you here if you want to take like a screenshot. It might not be super clear, just for funsies, if you want to work with this energy. But grandmothers whose names I do not know, tonight I pray to you. I pray I remember the ways of the storytelling crone. Hell yeah. And tap into a more mythic memory. I pray you find me in my dreams and speak witch to me. I pray you sing me into a deeper sleep with your heathen tongue, and I pray with my whole heart and soul. I pray that when I wake, the wildest version of myself I have ever been, so mote it be. Sorry, it says, I pray that when I wake, the wildest version of myself I have ever been. Yeah, that's incredible. All right, it's the return to your own personal magic, and follow it, like doing it your own way and following your own path and doing what you want to do. Like, it reminds me of when we did a reading over the weekend, I think for Felicia, when I was like, if you want to do candle magic, like lean into it, do what you want to do, grab what candle, grab what color, grab what herb. Like, it doesn't have to be the perfect association. It has to be perfect for your craft, perfect for your journey, just for you. What are you doing just for you? And not that you can't like do coven work, but like if you need to do something on your own, like you don't need to explain to other people what you're doing. So lean into more like solo work, I feel like, or get back to the roots of maybe, a spiritual practice that you did before. This one, juniper smoke, where I had to correct myself. Let's see what this is for you. Juniper smoke, clearing. Ooh. So it's kind of like, sage vibes, but let's see what the juniper energy is about. Grandmother speaks. So much magic is there in a single moment spent in ceremonial cleansing. I need to sage the crap out of my place today. I was very angry last night. I need to clear everything and get back into a yin state. We take such small rituals for granted, but our ancestors understood the merit of marking the many rebirths of homes and holy spaces with a clearing. So we're talking about home here, home of origin, and also clearing. So maybe there's also something, as we piece all of this together, maybe there's something about your home of origin that you need to either cleanse physically or spiritually for yourself right now. So stay with me here. We take such small rituals for granted, but our ancestors understood the merit of making the many rebirths of homes and holy spaces with a clearing, with a rejuvenating bath of herbal smoke. Sometimes the best medicine for our modern sickness of the soul can be found in the oldest of ways. The air element is a powerful ally, a bridge between the intensity of fire and the mystery of ether. Do you remember being astonished by a brisk wind during childhood? The breathlessness you felt in the face of an unexpected gust. The juniper tree bows down to it. The clouds danced in its honor. That wind. Do you remember some aches can be soothed by a smoke scented wind that strikes the heart in just the right places? Then we have morning ritual, a spell of smoke. Mark the beginning of this new day with a small and simple ritual. Set the intention to clear away any past patterns that block your way of being in this world, any inherited vows that you did not take, and any indoctrinated fears that are not your own and continue to limit your work in this life. Face the east and safely set a dried clearing herb like juniper to burn. Know that the clearing practices of your own ancestors hold so much potency for you. So maybe there is an ancestral practice that you have or that you're drawn to within your own lineage. The waft of the smoke around your body and your space. Freely speak affirmations of release and rebirth. And so there's definitely a need for clearing here. Tend to the spirit of the moment. Scry a symbol from the smoke and let this time change you. Let the air element mark you. Moonlit poetry or moonlit ritual, poetry of the fool. Before the spell of sleep overtakes you, take to your journal and write words of new beginnings. We are always releasing something, and something is always being born. What journey is beginning now? How can you experience this new road? How can your experience on this new road be served by purging of an old pattern? How can the eyes of the fool be an asset? And when is learned vigilance required? Rid yourself of the more academic writing patterns and complete these prompts. Tonight, I go to sleep a fool. In perfect trust, in my dreams, I shall nibble juniper berries and shed the skin that blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. See, these are writing prompts. When I wake, these eyes of mine shall see only, yeah. So these are, if you want to take a screenshot, it's these writing prompts right here, if you're into that thing. Okay, so the next one is medicine of the mist dweller. So yeah, there's something about cleansing, home of origin, following your own practice. Let's see how we're going to wrap this reading all together here. With 51 is the medicine of mist dwellers. Immortality. So the keywords were immortality, clearing, and immortality. So this is, I want you to also reflect on these. Return, clearing, and immortality. Like, this is super cool. All right. Medicine of the mist dwellers. What does it mean to be immortal? What anguish would there be in an animal life that never ended? We might think we know the answers to such questions, but we can really consider them in the absence of our religious indoctrination. We've all been damned by the notion that the sacred exists only in some distant heaven after all. If the sacred is here, then where is the horror and immortality? I believe that sacred can be here on earth, and we can create that for ourselves. And if we open our eyes, we will see it every day. And maybe you have, I want you to also reflect on, like, what is your relationship with death in general and immortality? Ghosts are real, I assure you. The soul lives on, and the medicine known to all the mist dwellers, all those ancient and knowing souls who understand the power of liminal space and time, is called presence. If it is a lifelong, this is worded weirdly. If it is a lifelong we want, or if it is a long life we want, if what we desire is to have more time for love and art, perhaps all we need to do is be present as possible for as long as we can. Tell me what makes time move slowly for you. What saddles you in such a way that time crawls around you like a holy serpent? Whatever the answer is, this is the key to a life well spent. Morning ritual, the spell of time eternal. If your ghost were to live the way that you are living now, if you were to spend an eternity in this house with this routine, I love this card, with this routine, with this way of being in the world, what might that mean? Just 15 minutes this morning, engage in an activity that always brings you back home to yourself. That's really what this is. How can you clear a space for you to follow your intuition and come back home to yourself? Period. One during which you are so present that it often seems as though time is warped. When you come out of this activity, be it walking in nature, staring at the hearth fire, writing, dancing, or any other action that brings you closer to presence, you might find that time moved much, much more slowly for you, or that hours have gone by in what seemed to you only to be minutes. Touch eternal time this morning, conscious of time's magic. The moon ritual, the 3 wonders. Without planning your words too much, take to your journal and complete the following prompts while the moon rises. When you wake, revisit your dreams, and I'm just going to hold this up for you if you want to take a screenshot of these 3 journal prompts. This is awesome. Sorry if it's not as clear as it could be, but yeah. Jupiter, I just really think that this is a call for you to cleanse, make peace maybe with a physical home of origin, but also coming home to yourself, doing it in your own way, following your own intuition. Like I think also with the medicine of the mist dwellers is like being more mindful, more present in your daily life, and creating a routine that really works for you. Because there may be some things that you can adjust right now to live more authentically to who you really are. Newbie says, nice journaling. My favorite thing to do other than gardening and stressing. I actually don't like to journal much, but I have a couple prompted journals that I think are going to be interesting for me. And I'm giving up stressing as an activity this year, Newbie. So maybe we can give it up together, huh? So thank you again so much, Jupiter. It means so much that you support this channel and care about what I am doing over here. And I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. And now I get to use it on the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do have a few more. Like I said, after my hypnosis yesterday, I'm trying to, I really need to carve some downtime for myself this week so that I don't burn myself out and get back into an energy of just like being on overdrive. Oh my gosh, Jupiter, thank you. So yeah, I'm going to take it. I might do some like low key filming where I don't really have to use my brain much, and maybe do some more unboxings or do a studio. Finally film, some content where I'm not having to like channel spirit for a day. So thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you in the next one. Bye.